So, good morning students. I am Professor P.B. Ingre. So, what is we learn? We learn the new syllabus of physics in the year of 2020-21. The chapter number 1, rotational dynamics, right? And what is we learn? We learn the point is what is 1.21. We have to discuss 1.2.1. What is kinematics? Kinematics of circular motions. This is our titles. So up to what is we learn? We learn the our previous 4 lectures. What is we learn? We learn the angular displacement, angular velocity, radius vectors, characteristics of a circular motion, and introduction of a syllabus. Okay, so these 4 lectures we have to complete it for our chapter number 1, rotational dynamics. Now another introductory parts in kinematics of a circular motion, the another physical quantity, this physical quantity it is called as what is angular accelerations. Angular accelerations. Angular accelerations. This is our another physical quantity of a rotational dynamics chapters. What is angular acceleration? In which topic? The topic name is kinematics of a circular motions. So students, let's see here. So I have this body, okay, these objects. This bodies rotates in which form? In circular motion form, right? But in angular acceleration, what is? The velocity will be changed. So which velocity will be changed? Angular velocity will be changed. Suppose initially this velocity, suppose the initial velocity is omega 1 in time t1, initial velocity. Then after some time this velocity is omega 2. Okay, means omega 1 is changed with omega 2 in time t1 to t2. Okay, so boys see here. Okay, I draw the one simple figure. Draw the one circles, right? Then draw the center lines of a circle. I draw the circles. Then draw the center lines of a circles. This is the center O. This is the point OA. We know that this is what is radius vectors or position vectors. What are the magnitudes? The magnitude is R will be theirs. Right? So we know the particle P perform the circular motion along the circumference of a circles. Okay, performing circular motion in suppose anti-clockwise directions, these directions, right? So from this diagram will be here. So initially the angular velocity of this object is omega 1 in a time t1s, right? So let omega 1 is initial angular velocity in time t1, right? So in acceleration the speed is increase, means angular velocity increase or decrease, whatever, it doesn't matter. Okay, so initially is omega 1, then after that some time the angular velocity is omega 2. Okay, after the some times omega 2 is, let's suppose, final angular velocity. in time t2, right? Omega 1 is initial, omega 2 is final. This body, this circle, the particle here, the particle p1 initially rotates with angular velocity omega 1, then after some time the particle p is rotate, angular velocity is omega 2. Here is the time t1, here is the time t2. Means the body angular velocity is increase or decrease, means not a fix, it will be change. If you consider our example of the four-wheelers tires or two-wheeler tires, so these wheels are rotate in angular, means like that, okay. So whatever the particle here on the circumference of a circle, this particle angular velocity will be changed. Sometimes it is maximum, sometimes it is less, okay. And this all variation is changed with respect to time, because we know the in motion there is always the time is present, okay. So thus, so this all condition nothing but the what is angular acceleration. So what is the definition of the angular acceleration, boys? See here, the rate of change of angular velocity with respect to time. The rate of change of angular velocity with respect to time is called as angular accelerations. Is called as angular accelerations. Right? So what is the, boys? The rate of change of angular velocity with respect to time is called as angular accelerations. Okay. So do you understand the definition? Yes. So I write down all these things in mathematically. Okay. So in mathematically means what is here? Okay. Alpha is equal to, this is the symbol of angular acceleration, alpha. What is the initial velocity is omega, finally is omega 2 in time t1 to t2. Suppose I write down the final angular velocity minus initial angular velocity with respect to time, right? Time will be changed also. What is final time minus initial time? So what is, we get the formula I write down here, alpha is equal to, final is what is this omega 2 minus initial is what is omega 1 in a time what is t2 minus t1. This is nothing but the angular acceleration, rate of change of angular velocity with respect to time, that is called as the angular accelerations, boys. Okay. But if you consider for the instantaneous angular accelerations, consider the instantaneous angular accelerations. Okay, means this particle p is very quick change its velocity within the very short period of time. This short period of time we call as the instantaneous, very fast within the second, means microseconds. For considering the instantaneous angular accelerations, right? So that time what is, we write down this angular acceleration alpha is equal to limit delta t tend to 0 del omega upon del t. Okay, means the time approaching toward the zero, very less time, very less time, the angular velocity will be changed very fast. Okay, with respect to very small time, instantaneous time. That's why we consider the limit here. This is the one formula we have to getting here. Alpha is equal to limit del tan to 0 upon del omega upon del t. Okay, so very easy, boys. Then we understand the definition of the angular acceleration. This acceleration having some properties. So tell me, the angular acceleration means what is? It is nothing but the vector quantity, because it has magnitude as well as directions. So it is vector quantity. Vector quantity. Second point, what is the SI unit? The SI unit is, what is the SI unit? Tell me. Yes, very easy. This omega in what is? Radian per second. Time in second. Radian per second, right? Upon 1 upon second. So what is the unit? Radian per second square. So we getting the radian per second square. This is the SI unit of a angular acceleration. Another third property, what is? The dimension. Dimensions. So what is the dimension? The dimension is L, M, T. So tell me the dimension. Length? No. Mass? No. What is the time? -2, correct. Why -2? Because this second square going from denominator to the numerator. So that's why this 2 becomes -2. So this is the dimension of angular accelerations. Okay, boys. So this is a simple concept about the angular accelerations. So boys and girls, what is we learn up to? We learn the three physical properties of the circular motion. What is? Angular, yes, displacement, angular velocity and angular accelerations. Yes or no? Yes. We discussed the theta means angular displacement, angular velocity, and final is angular acceleration. We know all these things, theta, omega and alpha. But every time I am use the word, it is a vector quantity, right? So it is vector quantity means it has a magnitude and directions. So we know that it has the magnitude means suppose having the 10 radian per second square accelerations, or suppose 10 degree angular displacement, or suppose the 50 radian per second is velocity. So these are the magnitude. But how to determine the direction of this theta, omega and alpha? So this all direction is determined by the use of right hand rule or right handed screw rules. Okay. So here the direction of theta, omega and alpha is determined by the use of right hand thumb rule or right hand screw rules. Okay, means by using this right hand thumb rule or right hand screw rule, whatever you use, by using this principle, by using this procedure, we determine the value of theta, omega and alpha, right? So see boys here, so this is my right hand. We know that this is the right hands. Okay, this is my fingers and this is my thumb. Okay, so what is in right hand? The fingers. But which type of the fingers? Curved fingers. The curved fingers is represent the direction, not the curved finger is represent the motion of a particles. So what is here? The curved fingers. The curved fingers represents represents the motion of particles, represent the motion of particles. Okay, and another is what is remaining, the thumb is remaining. So stretch thumb, this is the curve fingers, curve finger, this is the stretch thumb, the stretch thumb, stretch, the stretch thumb represents the direction, represent the direction of theta, omega and alpha, right? So by using the thumb we have to getting the direction, by using the curve fingers we have to getting the motion of particles. So let boys, I draw the one simple figure here. Suppose the particle is in this way. I draw these figures like that. Here. I draw the another figures here. This is in elliptical shapes, the shape in ellipticals. This is the axis. Here is also the axis. Yes or no? Yes. Okay. This is the invisible lines, invisibles. This is the invisible lines. So in right hand thumb rule, right hand, I draw the such type of the circle. If you observe in front you, it is look like the ellipse, right? This is the position of the circle placed in horizontal plane in this way, right? This is the plane, okay, two dimensionals. So in front view, what is we see the straight line. So that's why we, for complete understanding, we draw in elliptical shapes, okay. So in first figure, this is the suppose figure number 1, this is figure number 2, and this is the figure number 3. So to understand the concept of this right hand thumb rule, this is the right hand thumb rule, right hand screw rule or right hand thumb rule. What is we mention? We mentions the curve fingers represent the motion of the particles and stretch thumb represent the direction of theta, omega and alpha. So boys, suppose the curve fingers in this way. What is the motion? The motion of the particle is what is anti-clockwise direction. So that time where is the thumb? Thumb in upward direction means what is we conclude? We conclude that the theta, then omega, then alpha is where in upward directions. Yes or no? Yes. Okay. So boys, when the particles rotates in anti-clockwise direction, anti-clockwise motion, anti-clockwise motion, then where is the omega? The omega in upward directions. Omega in upward direction, theta in upward direction and alpha is also in upward directions. When the particles revolving in which direction? In anti-clockwise direction along the circumference of a circles. Now in figure 2, suppose the particle revolving in clockwise. So how change the thumb? Clockwise. Curve finger, how? Like that, correct? So this is the represent the curve fingers motion of the particle. So now particle revolving, yes correct, which direction? Yes correct, clockwise. Then where is the thumb? Downwards. So where is the angular velocity? Downwards. Where is the angular acceleration? Also downwards, okay. So in this situation, the particle revolve in what is, which direction now? Clockwise. Clockwise directions of the particles p. So where is the angular velocity? Angular velocity in omega in downward direction. This is the vectors quantity. Omega is a vector quantities. So got it? Yes. Now I draw this concept here. So boys, this is the determination of the omega, theta and alpha. This is also the determination of the omega, theta and alpha. These all the physical parameters are vector quantities. Now in acceleration, so angular acceleration means rate of change of velocity with respect to time. It is called as angular acceleration. We discussed these all things. Then we discussed the direction of theta, omega and alpha by using the right hand thumb rule or right hand screw rule. So consider the one examples of a what is electric fan. We consider the one example of the electric fan, right? So initially the electric fan is what is in stop condition, correct? When you switch on the buttons, the electric fan is rotates. Yes or no? Yes. The rotation of the electric fan. So electric fan is rotates. So by using these regulators, we have to increase or decrease the speed, angular velocity. So there is a present of what is? There is a present of the angular accelerations in where? In our electrical fan or these ceiling fans, because we change the speed. Some people require the high wind, some require the less wind. That time we change the speed of regulators and just change the motions, increase or decrease. So what is present there? There is a present of the what is? Angular accelerations. So see one concept. Suppose the electric fan in rotate conditions continuously, okay, rotates. The electric fan is rotates like that, okay, anti-clockwise directions. So we know that the particle rotates in anti-clockwise. So that time where is the omega? Omega in upward direction, yes, correct. Alpha is also in upward directions, yes or no? Yes, during the rotations, okay, in which direction? Acceleration, the body is accelerates, means every time the speed is increases angular, not decreasing, okay. But suddenly what is we do? We switch off the fan, okay. I write down here example, see here. Okay, example we consider the one example in a ceiling fan, the fan is on, then the angular velocity means theta, omega, then theta and alpha in upward directions, right? In the ceiling fan, the fan is on condition, switch on, the fan is switch on, the switch is on, okay. Where is the alpha? And this acts in upward direction, but suddenly you switch off the fan, okay, very carefully switch off the fan. When the fan is switch off, so then what is we observed? Yes, the angular velocity is decreased, correct. When the fan is switch off, then the angular velocity is decreases, then confusions, then, right, then angular velocity is decreases means there is a deacceleration. This is the retardations. What is we call? Deacceleration or retardations. The angular velocity is decreases, then what is angular velocity decreases? Retardation or deacceleration. Then the alpha means angular acceleration. The alpha is shifted in downward directions, correct. The alpha is shifted in downward directions, Okay, alpha shifted in downward direction during the retardation. Retardation means the angular speed is decreases. Okay, so how to draw this figure? We have to draw this figure like that. Okay, in this way. Okay, so particle rotate in which direction? Right, anti-clockwise every time. So suppose this is the switch on. Switch on. The fan is switch on. The speed is increases. So where is the omega? Upward direction. Where is the alpha is also upward direction. Particle motion anti-clockwise. Anti-clockwise. But as soon as we retard the fan, switch off the fan, so what is the condition there? How to change the figures? This figures is changed like that, boys. See here, the figure is changed. What is? This is the axis. Okay, particle motion, we know that particle motion in anti-clockwise, but where is the omega? Omega in upward, but that time the alpha it should be in downward directions. Okay, this is the figure of switch off fan. Means not directly switch off, decrease the speed, retardation will be theirs. What is retardations? Retardations, or what is deaccelerations? Deacceleration means the speed is decreases. Okay, so this is the concept of how to determine the direction of theta, omega and alpha. So got the point, boys? Yes. Okay, so I stop here. Thank you very much.